FinHealth here to help you negotiate your next TPA contract. FinHealth cautions. Negotiating that contract with your third-party administrator or TPA can be precarious. Self-insured employers typically hire a third-party administrator to handle the processing of medical insurance claims. And while outsourcing your claims to a TPA is advisable, employers must provide a strong level of oversight as the financial risk of your plan is owned by your company and not the TPA. Below are 5 asks or suggestions to help safeguard your organization and enable you to properly oversee your self-funded plan unencumbered by complex legal jargon and restrictions. 1. Be clear about who owns the claims data. You must establish that the healthcare claims data belongs to you. As a self-insured plan, you are the fiduciary for your health plan and are ultimately responsible for compliance with all applicable rules and regulations. FinHealth has experienced innumerable instances where ownership of the data is in question. You will want to make sure your contract with the TPA is specific enough to confirm that you own the data. TPAs should not try to commingle your healthcare data with their business practices or confidential information to give them ownership rights. These are, after all, your critical financial records. Protect your audit rights. Your rights to an independent audit are critical. Audits not only ensure compliance with applicable plan rules and regulations, they also safeguard that the TPA is acting in your best interests and as an effective steward of your money. Always remember you're essentially handing over your healthcare checkbook to the TPA and asking them to be the ultimate decision maker around what healthcare expenses you will and will not pay, what price is considered a reasonable one, and exactly how your employees and their families' medical expenses are going to be reimbursed. Go for full fee disclosure. We strongly endorse the need for full disclosure of fees received by the TPA. Many benefits leaders mistakenly believe that the per-head charge quoted in the contract represents the primary compensation that the TPA is receiving for their services. On the contrary, we have identified at least 10 other revenue streams that your TPA may profit from directly or indirectly through one of their affiliates or subsidiaries. One example is percentage of savings fees on the in-network medical providers' inflated list prices. Think of it as a 30% discount on a $100 pencil. Negotiation of out-of-network claims fees, subrogation audit fees, wellness program fees, pharma rebate fees, data selling fees, care coordination fees, network access fees, the list goes on. FinHealth strongly recommends an itemized listing of all compensation streams and the fees associated with each, delivered on a monthly basis. Additionally, if you are one of those companies who does not pay your broker or consultant directly, we recommend that you reconsider. While there may be budgetary advantages for you to operate in this manner, we believe it represents a potential conflict of interest. Remember, the broker or consultant should be working for you and not working for your TPA. Clarify who is on point for measuring and enforcing performance guarantees. Sounds like an awesome idea, right? But question number 1 is, who is defining effective performance? Just as importantly, which party is measuring these results to verify that performance? If the TPA is filling out their own report card, do not be surprised if they get straight A's. They rarely, if ever, fall short of the target they set up. All performance guarantees that you embed within the contract need to be clearly measured and enforced by you and need to have significant financial teeth. That is, enough financial teeth to make sure that the TPA will dedicate the needed resources to achieve or surpass the guaranteed performance or have significant negative financial consequences if they miss the mark. Make your TPA treat your company's money like it is their money. At the end of the day, you as a client want the TPA to treat your money as if it is their own. To create this level of financial alignment, the TPA needs clear guidelines as to responsiveness to client requests. FinHealth provides here a few non-negotiable items we like to see addressed in the TPA contract. Claims data is your financial data and needs to be delivered commensurate with the funding cycle for the health plan. For exceptions surfaced to the TPA, client is promised a specific resolution within 7 days if 10 claims or less. Medical records to support the expense must be requested within 1 week of client request and delivered to the client's audit resource within 7 days of receipt by the TPA. Client reserves the right to dispute and deduct claims paid in error by the TPA from their claim billings, or in the event of a questionable payment issued on client's behalf, to withhold payment until adequate supporting documentation is produced to support the billed charges. Once the money goes out the door, it is more difficult to recover. If the client is not happy with their pace of progress in retrieving payment support, or if the billing error becomes uncollectible, the client can deduct the monies in question from the next billing. There you go, 5 recommendations from FinHealth for you, and hopefully just in time for your contract renewal. Good luck in negotiating a fair agreement with your TPA, and reach out to FinHealth when you are ready for us to verify that your TPA's internal controls are properly safeguarding these critical health plan assets for your company and your employees. Email us at sales@finhealth.com.